Hello everyone, I'm Tim from Tim's PC, and I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. Also live stream my builds and repairs for transparency and educational purposes. So if you'd like to get an awesome new PC and you'd like to see it get put together live, send me a message today. Alrighty, so tonight we've got a new PC build, but we've also got the rest of Billy's PC. So this is a Lian Lee Dynamic 11 PC that we built recently, and it's just completely died on Billy, unfortunately. So we tested it the other night, and the motherboard's completely dead. I plugged a new power supply into it. I thought maybe the power supply had died, and it's just as dead as before. So we've got a new motherboard here. I said to Billy, look, if we're doing a warranty claim on the motherboard, if there's anything you don't like about the motherboard, or if there's another motherboard you'd prefer, now's the perfect time to swap it out. And anyway, we do have a slightly different motherboard here. So we've got, it's actually a more expensive board than what was in the quote before, but that's okay. So this one here is the ROG Strix Z690. Oh, let's get the cord, is it? Z690-A. So have a look at that. A lot of white on this motherboard, which is obviously why Billy has chosen this one. And in Asus style, they've got sticky all over it.
Tim?
Yeah. Hey man, how you going? Good to have you here. Oh, what is this?
Huh?
What the hell?
Oh, you gotta take that off.
That's weird. Whatever the hell is that for? So one cool thing that's on this motherboard that I'll show you a little bit closer, it's a little bit different.
I think it's just them like promoting their shit or something.
I think so.
It just says join the Republic and what brand stuff.
So, one thing they've started adding to some motherboards is a nice, easy remove switch for our graphics card. See that? Pulls it back to release, and then you plug it back in, and it goes back. So it makes it a little bit easier when you've got lots of stuff plugged in and you can't quite reach the release clip. It stops people from just like yanking their graphics card out and pulling the clip out with it. Okay. So what we'll do first, make sure that Tim's assumption here is correct.
Go that way
Is we'll go and prep this board up, and we'll plug my power supply into it all and make sure that it definitely powers up and we don't have any other problems with any of the other components. Because I'm reasonably confident we've got a dead motherboard. However, I just want to make sure that, you know, we didn't have some sort of a power surge or something that's destroyed components on the motherboard. So we'll check all that out.
Tim?
Yeah.
Bradley says love the live stream, Sim. Now I'm back at work. It's always a good watch.
Ah, nice.
He says Smokey. He says meow meow.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, he gets in the way.
Yes. He's a very fluffy cat. That's his biggest problem, is that he's fluffy.
Tim.
Yeah.
Gaming Leaf says holy crap. Motherboard.
Yeah, beautiful motherboard, eh? That's how the other half live. Okay, so we'll get the CPU out of here, and then let's hook it all up and let's turn it on and just make sure we don't have any other problems with any of our other gear. But no, I'm reasonably confident from what I've seen that we have a dead motherboard. So the motherboard here is the ROG Strix Z690-A gaming Wi-Fi, and it's been fine. And
he responded to you.
Huh?
Oh, gaming leaf. They're like, holy crap about the thing, and now they're getting upset. He responded back to you.
I'm sorry, I'm not the one reading the comments.
I read them out to him and he responded.
Okay, so let's plug in our CPU here. So we've got a, what's this? A i5 12400. So nothing crazy. But the 12400's actually a monster of a chip for what it is. Okay. Alrighty, this isn't my usual test power supply, but it's gonna do for tonight. Because I just want to see whether this thing works and will post properly. And once we work that out, well, I can already see some light on our motherboard, and we're at least getting power to our board. Let's plug in some stuff. I just want to see it post. But I think we're all good because this is way further than what we got last time. We're sitting on VGA error. Yep, let's just hit the reset. We definitely plugged in to the card on your side, babe.
What the fuck? Facebook is like...
Facebook's a bit dead, eh? Try and restart it. Refresh the page and stuff.
It ended itself.
Yeah, I know, but like I said, try to restart it. Okay, well, I'm seeing a post here, so that's really all I wanted to confirm, that yes, we do have a dead power supply.
That's really fucking weird.
That's alright. Okay. So as expected, the issue was a dead motherboard.
Tim! Well, what the...
What?
Come over here.
What have I done?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oi, babe, it's okay. Babe, it's okay. You can tell from the way you're typing. Don't get up people. But yeah, I have mentioned what the board is, so I don't know what that's about. Okay. So we got everything unplugged there. So I'm going to lay this down. And hopefully not get thermal paste all over the place. So, dead Mobo.
Fuck me, Dad.
What's wrong, babe? What have you been saying? What are you getting so upset about? Oh.
She after.
Oh, some tweezers or something. Where those other pliers that we have here? I don't know.
I don't know. You have tweezers right here.
Okay.
Right in the middle of the camera, mate.
Yeah, I know. It's very fluffy. Okay. So now that we've come this far, we will need to put a socket cover back on. There we go. So no obvious damage to the board. No obvious damage on the front. Looks like I've just got one SSD, I think. Okay, so for our M2,
You need to move, mate.
for our M2 drive,
Yeah, now.
we can chuck it in right here, right on the refrigerator. Yeah, that's a bit better. There we go. Alright, so we've got our CPU in here. We'll chuck that back plate on. Okay, let's press our release button.
That's so cool.
Now I could probably use some help from BIOS Babe here. You just hold this.
I've got it.
I've got to push this up. Yep. Um, See, what you're seeing me do right now is the downside of the job, because I don't get paid for this. This is all free labour.
I think so.
But it's just part of the job. Ugh. Okay. Mm-hmm. Better believe it. Yeah.
Mr. Teja says, can you work?
Can I work?
Isn't that what he's doing? Hmm? What do you mean?
What do you mean, can I work? Oh, why are these being such pricks? All right. So I'll have some stuff around the back to sort out as well, unfortunately. So we've got a couple of these cables, then and a couple of these cables.
Mr. Teja says to get more money.
Do I work to get more money?
Can you work to get more money?
Can I work to get more money? Yeah. I don't know what you mean by work, though.
Well, I think he heard that you were doing free labor on this.
That's because this is a warranty job, man. That's why it's free labor. Alright, so I'm going to change a few things around here.
always so fiddly.
Mm-hmm. It's normally easier when you just change like the same motherboard, but I don't know. We're doing something a bit different here.
I like this motherboard better.
Oh yeah.
Is this an Intel board or an AMD board?
Intel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this has got a 12th gen.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so we've got a 5-volt RGB. Can we stick it on up here? Oh, I think we can. Alrighty. And so does that mean I've only got these two to deal with? One. And two. Alrighty. So we've got a different position for our graphics card. Okay, well, it's looking pretty good. We can put a few more bolts in the board now. The only thing I think I've forgotten is our front panel connectors. We've got our USB 3, we've got our USB-C. Yep.
Billy wants to know, I'm planning on opening your own shop, right?
Billy asked if I'm planning on opening my own shop. No, I've spoken about this before. Traditional brick and mortar stores are dead, man.
We're going to do a pop-up, but...
Yeah, that won't happen this year. I don't think I'm too busy as it is. Yeah, no, physical stores are dead, man. Yeah, absolutely dead. You're just pissing away money if you're opening a physical store these days. Unless you're one of the big, massive players like, you know, Umart or Scorptech or something like that. And even then... problem with physical stores these days is that everybody shops online and no one comes into the physical stores. But the landlords, they still want $4,000 a week rent.
Billy says living the dream, working from home.
Yeah, yeah. And so that'll be how it continues for the foreseeable future. Oh shit. Don't forget those front panel connectors. Because that won't be much fun having a PC that you can't turn on properly. Okay, BIOS, babe. Do you want to grab a BIOS for this?
What is it?
ROG Strix Z690-A gaming Wi-Fi.
Gaming Wi-Fi?
Yep.
Is it E?
No, dash A,
Dash A.
and it's the D4 version.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at that. We have some light. Oh. There we go. There's all our fans spinning, yep. And we should be posting. I shall provide a USB for you. Sweet. Let's test our front USBs while we're at it. We should be able to update our BIOS from there. Go to tools.
Tim,
Yeah.
Eddie says nice white build tonight.
Yeah, well, this is actually a warranty repair.
Tim.
So we had a dead motherboard.
Tim,
Yeah.
Billy said my baby, you saved her, the legendary kid.
No worries, man. Yeah, like I said, once I plugged a different power supply into it and it was completely dead, like my known working good one, I was pretty confident that we had a dead motherboard. And yeah, you definitely don't have another SSD under there or anything. No. That's all good. Oh, did you have a Wi-Fi antenna or something that came with this? Because I'll need that for the return. They are very, very, very difficult when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I should have some spare, but I'm not sure if I've got the exact one that comes with this motherboard. So yeah, Billy, it looks like you'll be able to just pick this one up tomorrow, man. And then we've got Quentin's build after this. So Quentin's one of the unlucky 6 people who ordered on Friday and got caught up with some of the issues that we had at one of our vendors on the weekend.
What? Huh?
I just said up next is Quentin's build.
Oh.
He's one of the 6 people who was unlucky and ordered on Friday and got caught up with that issue with one of our vendors.
Yes. Sorry, for some reason I heard there was a shoot up at one of your vendors. I was like, what?
Shoot up at one of my vendors.
Shows you how closely I'm paying attention to what you say.
You've had a lot of brain farts tonight. What's the deal with that?
Christine's having multiple dirt moments.
Mm-hmm. It would seem so.
What the fuck? It's done it again!
Facebook's ended the live stream.
Yes!
Okay. It might be an issue on their end. I'd say it is. Because we're just doing what we always do.
I haven't fucking touched shit!
And YouTube's working fine.
Chugging along fine. This is really annoying.
That's alright.
Quentin says ready and waiting, Tim. Looking forward to it.
Nice one. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you got a bit screwed over. It's been a bit of a fuck up. It's not my fault though. It's really not my fault. It's all out of my hands. What's up?
Quentin says all good to him, just kinders being together.
Yeah, no, that's all right, mate. I'll What time do you finish work tomorrow? I'll drop this off for you.
What, this one?
Yeah.
Be back in just.
Okay. So we'll just enable our XMP profile for our memory and save and exit. Okay, so Windows will be having a SPAC and we'll have some software to do. So we're changing from an MSI motherboard to an ASUS motherboard. So we have some stuff to do. Don't worry, it doesn't take too long. Oh, I just said we have some stuff to do because we're changing from an MSI motherboard to an ASUS motherboard. It's so annoying.
What?
The dog.
Oh, yes. Doesn't handle things very well.
No. She doesn't handle anything well.
She's looking at me like a Dobby.
Mm-hmm. That's her thing. Okay.
Tim,
Yeah.
Quentin says he probably won't be home until 6 tomorrow.
Yeah, that's all right, mate. Just send me your address. Okay, so we'll have some stuff here to uninstall. So let's go through our apps. Still Intel. We'll have to uninstall MSI Center, MSI SDK. Everything else is fine. Okay, that was nice and easy. Nothing else has to be removed. No, all good. Armory Crate installing. So this is your new application to control everything, just like MSI Center, but Armory Crate. What's up? Just relax, babe.
Some people really dumb and really dumb.
Just, yeah. Okay. Let's restart. Okay, so you might be wondering, why did Armory Crate fail? It most probably failed because of the MSI software still being on there, and it required a reboot to remove that software completely. (22H2) doesn't need this one.
That's the cutest thing ever. I wonder if Facebook landed again.
So some of this configuration stuff will get reset with a new motherboard. Nearly done. Alright. So we're nearly done here and we can throw Quentin's together. So Quentin's should be a fairly straightforward build. It should be. Yeah.
Can you work with 4 builds a day in Sydney?
4 builds a day near Sydney. I'm in Brisbane, man. If you want a guy who can build 4 PCs a day for you in Sydney, I've got the guy. So send me a message, and I'll put you onto him. Alright, so we're checking here for our updates. This is all of our firmware for stuff on our motherboard. Okay, that's all up to date, and then finally we'll have our drivers. What's up?
Well, telling us to not use self-serve checkouts. 'Cause that's still a thing to get angry about, right?
Yeah. I don't like using the self-serve checkouts.
You don't know how to do it properly.
Oh, fuck off. It's not because I don't know how to do it properly, it's because I get the shits that it's slower than the fucking actual checkouts, because I've actually operated the checkouts at Coles in Woolworths, and it's faster to scan shit there, and because I've done that before, I walk up to the self-scan checkouts and I've got to do everything at half the fucking speed, and it just gives me the shits. So I always get angry when I have to use the fucking things, unless I'm buying one item or something, and it doesn't make a difference. But if I've got more than one item, I just decide, yeah, fuck this, I'm just gonna stand there and wait for a normal checkout. She hates it. She'll go through the self-scans with like 50 items and bag it all up. You.
Yeah, because I'm fast at it.
I don't care. You don't work there. If you've got 50 items, fucking just get the other cunts to do it. Seriously. Yeah.
Billy wants to know what games you play if you ever get to game.
If I ever get to game. Yeah, honestly, I haven't had any time for gaming for a couple of years now. Pretty much since I started Tim's PC. Officially and launched the Facebook group, which is, yeah, over 2 years ago. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I didn't start Tim's PC to sit on my ass and do nothing. I started Tim's PC to make some money so I can pay off my house. That's what I need to do. That's the good thing about supporting a small business, is normally you'll be helping someone, a small family, pay off their house. That's usually what it is. You go and buy from a big company and you help a CEO or the board members buy another Lamborghini or something like that. You know, you buy from a small business, you help a real person do something real, like pay off their mortgage for their house. And in my opinion, if you've got the money to do so, that is always a worthwhile thing to spend your money on. You know, as a small business owner myself, you know, I try to shop at IGA and stuff where possible. So I'll go out of my way to go to an IGA store that's owned by, you know, an Australian business. Even if it's a big IGA like Drake's, it's still owned by an Australian family. A rich family, mind you, but, you know, we're supporting Australian jobs and stuff like that. But yeah, if you can get in and support your little local IGA at the corner store, absolute gold, because they're owned by franchises. So when you go in there and support those guys, you're really helping them out. You're really doing wonders for your local community and your local economy. And granted, I'm not saying you have to do your full shop there, but maybe try to call in there every day and grab a drink, grab something to eat. If they've got fresh sandwiches or something like that for sale, maybe go down there and get one for lunch. You know, that sort of stuff really helps, you know, small Aussie businesses. And I know everyone's heard this thing before, but you know, it's true. It really helps them out. And yeah, does wonders for your local economy, because you know it's great having the convenience of, you know, a convenience store you know, in your local area, and if the local community doesn't support it, they'll close down. Yeah.
Billy says, guess you're not playing PC Building Simulator.
I'm certainly not playing PC Building Simulator. No, I'm trying to get some time to actually play some Nintendo, some of the new Pokemon games that came out. Give them a go. It's something quiet I can do on my own, you know, while my head's fuzzy and I'm really tired. Those games are really simple to play. You know, you don't have to fully concentrate and stuff like that, because by the time I finish work, I'm sort of done. My brain's very foggy. If you've seen me at the end of these builds, normally I'm pretty tired. Why is this taking so long? I don't know. Do you want to go back to full screen? Because we'll start Quentin's now. This is just finishing up anyway. Alrighty. So what have we got for the next one? I think we went through some of these components. We've got a Ryzen 5600. We've got 32 gigabytes of RAM. We've got an extra case fan there. An RTX 3060 Ti. 1 terabyte NVMe SSD. A 650 watt power supply. So, we have a pretty decent little rig. Not just yet, but soon. This is just on the floor beside the desk. Right there. Yeah.
It's under the desk.
Oh, it's beside this one still, kinda. Yeah.
Jacob says, what's your favourite food card?
What's my favourite what?
Food.
Food? It's my favourite food? Oh, jeez.
It's done it again!
Facebook's ended again. That is so weird. There's obviously something's wrong with Facebook tonight. Alright, well, if you're watching on YouTube, YouTube's been fine all night, so...
Stupid fucking thing. This is really starting to piss me.
Just relax, babe. It's all good. It's all good. Who thinks we should get footage of Christine gaming? Because she gets really angry at like NPCs and stuff in games.
Oh, because I get in the way. Don't get me Stupid bloody things.
Oh, I think it'd be great. I think heaps of people would want to watch Christine going off while she's driving. Okay, so we're just using the stock cooler here on our 5600.
What was your favourite food?
What's my favourite food? Oh, jeez. Oh. I don't know. My favourite food would have to be either... Oh, I think it's bacon and eggs in the morning, fried chicken for lunch, and tasty burgers for dinner.
That sounds very healthy.
Yeah, that's my favourite food. There's no quinoa or any of that kind of bullshit over here. Yeah.
Mr. Teja says start a company by doing chip manufacturing locally.
Chip manufacturing locally. Yeah, I'll just set up a foundry. It's all good, man. I've totally got the skills for that. If you build PCs, you can build CPUs, right? No. So they've been my favourite foods. I don't eat that every single day, although I usually start my day with bacon and eggs. Okay. So there's our cooler. Let's get our SSD sorted. So we're going to plug in our SSD to the bottom slot so that Quentin can add another NVMe SSD into the top slot if he wants. I don't think he needs to though. I think this is going to be fine. Alrighty, so we're chucking in an extra fan here for Quentin for the back of the case. That's just a little free one I'm chucking in because it's been a while for him. I'm gonna try and chuck in something extra for everyone who had to wait. I can't chuck in heaps because, you know, I'm a small business and all that, but I'll do what I can. Yeah.
Billy's good work. I'll support you, man. I'll keep getting upgrades from you. I'm trying to convince my missus to a PC. She's currently hating my PC, but I love it.
She's hating it all because you're spending more time with the PC than her. Who knows the Star Wars meme with Anakin Skywalker and Leia's mum, and it's like, you're gonna do this, right? and the meme is, so you've taken time off work, so that means that you've taken time off work to spend more time with me, right? And then the next picture down of Anakin, he's got gaming peripherals on. And it's like, right? So you've taken time off work to spend more time with me, right? Right? No. Yeah.
Jacob says, sounds like a good protein boost, eggs and bacon with breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You've got to start the day with something nice and healthy, like bacon and eggs. Alrighty, so this PC here, Billy's PC, is pretty much done.
Quentin says thanks to him, and Mr. Teja says, can you dig gold nearby?
Can I what?
Can you dig gold nearby?
Can I dig gold nearby? I don't know. No, definitely not. I'm not in that part of Australia.
Victoria's the place to dig for gold. They've got like one of the richest. Like,
Yeah, they got heaps of gold in Victoria, but all the stuff on the surface has been found. There's been There's been several gold rushes. Hey.
yeah, just a couple.
Just a couple. Alrighty. So. Okay. So this case comes with 3 ARGB fans. It also comes with a built-in fan and RGB controller, and it's for 4 devices. So let's get our power supply installed here. Yoink.
I'm just not going to repost on Facebook tonight.
No, get rid of Facebook if it's just going to keep stuffing up like that.
Stupid Facebook.
Maybe put a post up on Facebook that if you want to keep watching the stream, please come over to the YouTube channel and like and subscribe. Definitely. Don't forget about that. We're getting very close to 1,000 subscribers. Once we get 1,000 subscribers, we can sort of start to grow a little bit better on YouTube because of the way the algorithm works. So please come over to the YouTube channel. Hit that like button on the video that you're watching. Drop a comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Hit that button, smack that bell icon, do all that stuff. I know every YouTube channel bloody says that, but especially for me because I'm under 1,000 subs. Once you get over 1,000 subs, you get favoured by the search algorithm more. Okay, it's all good over there. Let's get this other case fan installed. Same fans as the other ones that are pre-installed in the case. These are Silverstone Air Blazers. These are just standard RGB fans. They're addressable, of course. Actually, I see an expert hole. So if Billy's still watching, I'll send you a final invoice for all this tonight. So it'll be the variance between the cost of the old board and the cost of the new board. Okay. What's up?
No, I don't think so.
What's up?
Mr. Teacher says anyone can go and dig in Queensland because she died and it's public property. No.
Oh,
It doesn't
man.
work like that.
No, the thing about our part of Queensland is, it's pretty much all eroded away. What's left of southeast Queensland is like basically floodplains and stuff like that. All of the good places to look for gold already kind of done. You have to go out west, like Channel Country and stuff. But I don't think there's much out there either. In Victoria, you can literally find like trace amounts of gold in the creeks and stuff in some places. You can go panning and get little bits of gold and stuff like that.
Oh, you can still do that in Queensland, but you got to go to like northwestern Queensland.
Yeah.
That shit.
It's not.
Like middle whoop whoop.
Yeah, it's not anywhere around us here in southeast Queensland. But you don't want to. Out of all of Queensland, if you're unfamiliar with the place, you probably want to live in the southeast. Okay, so there's like there's nice places all around Queensland, but if you live in southeast Queensland, you're basically living in far north Sydney. Okay, so you've got all the services, you've got all the stuff. You get, frequent mail deliveries. It's relatively cheap to live here, etc. As you start going north up the coast, it starts becoming more and more rural, even if you're living in a city. So even if you're in Townsville, it's kind of like you're in a rural area, even though it's a city. And you're sort of disconnected from the rest of the state. Like southeast Queensland is almost like its own state. There's people up north in North Queensland who want to split the state, but that'll never happen. You think the Queensland government's bad? Imagine what the North Queensland government would be like. Oh, shit.
Dane wants to know, does daylight savings impact the gold in Queensland?
Does it impact the gold? I don't know. Ask them on the Gold Coast what they think about daylight saving. So the joke there is that it's the people on the Gold Coast mainly that want to bring in daylight saving in Queensland because they share a border with New South Wales. So you can kind of understand that.
Yeah, but they forget about the rest of us.
Yes, they do. Oh, I need more offsets for this case. Yep.
We'll do passes, g'day all.
Hey man, how you going? Good to have you with us. If you just joined us, we're building a Ryzen 5600 and a 3060 Ti, so no 40 series here tonight, but yeah.
And Kyle says, yeah, I'm from near Cairns, and you're definitely right.
Yeah, dude, I know. We've driven around Australia twice, so we're fairly familiar with everywhere. We own rural property in southeast Queensland, so when we went and checked out like everywhere else in the state, that was one of the things that we realised. We're like, hang on, this is Cairns, this is a city, but this feels like a country town, like a big country town with some high rises.
Yeah, it's like Fernvale, but with high rises.
Yeah. and like it's
And hookers.
with the high rises and hookers. Yeah. No, but that's kind of what it's like, and it's almost like there's two states here: South Queensland and North Queensland. And I mean, Western Queensland is kind of like another state called Inland Australia, because it's all very, very, very similar. Like the thing is about the East Coast and like the inland part, the western part of New South Wales and Queensland. If I was to drop you out there, in the middle of this place, you'd have a hard time telling whether you're in the southern part of Queensland or Western New South Wales, because they're very, very, very similar in terms of the ecology out there. Yeah, just everything basically.
Just keeps raining.
What's that?
Just keeps raining.
Just keeps raining. Yeah, we've had a heap of rain. This is going to be a real wet year. I foresee some flooding.
Oh, jeez.
What do you reckon? We're going to have
Almost
floods
like
here
half-
again?
It's like half of Queensland is covered in cloud.
Yeah, I could see that. Bloody hell.
And northern New South Wales. Oh, look at that. Perth is even getting some rain.
Perth's getting rain? What's going on? Western Australia's not meant to get rain. It doesn't rain in Western Australia. What the fuck are you
West of Perth.
What are you talking about?
It's
No, that's
actually-
even weirder. It's like Esperance is getting rain. It doesn't rain in freaking Esperance.
Well, it is now.
Bloody hell.
It's raining.
It's going to rain on the 90 miles straight. That's not very common. So 90 miles straight is the longest bit of straight road in Australia, and it's down in southeast Western Australia. So all reversed. Instead of being southeast, being on the coast like in Queensland here, it's inland. And it's the start of basically it's
Oh, yeah.
what's that?
Oh, Carl says, I don't know if you know the town, but I'm in Innisfail.
Innisfail, yep, absolutely,
Says
we
I
know
literally
Innisfail.
Online shop for everything except groceries.
Yep. And the thing about Innisfail is if anyone else is wondering what the fuck Innisfail is one of the wettest places in Australia. So they've got a very unique kind of climate up there around Innisfail, Tully, and the thing about it is that it's a wet tropical environment. So they get like full-on monsoonal rains certain times of the year. So basically, in the wet season, it kind of just starts raining, and it basically never stops raining for months. Just if it's not raining very much one day, it'll just be sort of lightly spitting. The sun will come out, but it'll be like 100% humidity and just like keeps raining and raining. And if you drive up the streets of Innisfail, it's not uncommon to look down at the sidewalk and you'll see a nice green strip of mould right along the drip line of all the main shops through the centre of town there, and that's how you know you're in Innisfail. Just look at the sidewalk, you see that nice green strip of mould along the drip line, you go, oh yep, we're in Innisfail. Where else in fucking Australia is it this wet? and everyone from Innisfail is like sitting there like nodding their heads at me right now. They know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. So we've got our excess cables there, and what we can do with them, it's really, really simple. Ooh. one cable's tangled up through them. You should just be able to bunch them up. You should be able to just tuck them in a bunch around the lip of the case there. And then you should just be able to get one cable tie.
So, Carlos says, yep, on the money there, and the humidity's through the roof at the moment.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting what's been going on right now. Believe it or not, it's linked to that volcano in was it Samoa? The Hunga Tunga volcano. It's affected something a little bit unlikely. It's affected what's known as the southern annular mode. Yeah, I'm a bit of a weather geek if you haven't worked that one out yet. And basically, it's changed the rainfall dynamics in a large part of the southern hemisphere. It's a temporary disruption, but it's why Victoria and New South Wales have had such bad flooding in the last few months, like really, really bad. And it's been like real, like unusually wet here in Queensland. Okay, so I've got 3 more fans.
Yeah, ruined mango season.
Yeah, mango season's fucked up there, so yeah, you'll definitely know about that one.
I'm not impressed with that because that's my favourite fruit.
Yeah, mangoes, fun fact about mangoes if you don't know shit about them. Mangoes require a nice dry spell around spring, and that is to properly propagate. So yeah, for the mangoes to actually form, if you get a lot of rain, basically the flowers on the mango tree, they all start to rot away, and then you'll get a low amount of fruit setting. And so that is kind of normal, right? So it's exactly what we would expect this time of year. And so if you're wondering why you're not seeing many mangoes, and they're probably very expensive and stuff right now as well if you want to buy one. Christine's a bit of a mango enthusiast, and she's been bitching about it.
Mhm. I can't find my favourite one at the moment.
She's a Kensington Pride girl.
Mhm.
And yeah, there's been like fuck all KPs this season. Okay. Alrighty, so that should be all our fans hooked up. We do need an RGB cable for our controller. Okay. So that should be our fans all hooked up and ready to go. Okay, so we'll need a CPU power cable. Plug that in there. There we go.
Dane says there's potato shortage in Tassie because they can't harvest due to being too wet.
Yep, that sounds about right.
And there's potato shortage everywhere at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. If you're going in the supermarkets and you're like, what's with my local supermarket? They're so shit with their frozen vegetables right now. It's because all of the vegetables that are being produced in Australia right now are barely meeting the fresh demand So they're just not ending up as frozen vegetables because the companies that are freezing and producing frozen vegetables, they need to buy them at a certain price to make it viable, and they're not being able to source the produce at the right price. So then they're just sort of like bailing on the whole idea.
Sorry for people asking, oh, why don't you have any hash browns in deli? It's like, are you fucking serious?
Christine's a deli girl, so she like has to
deal
listen
with
to them.
retards who don't understand that there's a shortage, and then they get angry at me like it's my fault, and I'm like out the back making
Yeah,
them.
like Christine's out there like pressing hash browns and par frying them or whatever they do.
Oh, some people think that we've got like a full kitchen out the back, and we make everything on
A
site.
full kitchen.
No, dickheads.
Imagine that. A full kitchen at Coles.
I forget how many times I've been asked if we make the sandwiches. No! And then they get disgusted that when I say that they come in fresh every day, that they're like pre-made, and they're like, ugh, I'm not buying that. It's like, go to a freaking cafe if you want a freshly handmade sandwich, like right there.
Why would anyone come to Coles and expect freshly made sandwiches in the deli?
They do, Tim. They really do.
I used to work at a really busy Coles store, the Maya Centre store in Brisbane CBD, and that's a real like impulse convenience type store, right? So we get lots and lots of fresh sandwiches. Like we started selling fresh sandwiches at that store, and it became a $22,000 a week category for the store. Fresh sandwiches. We did more fresh sandwiches in sales than we did in the bakery department. How's that? Right? I remember that when we brought them in, and it was like, okay, yep, we're going to do fresh sandwiches. And people were like, they're like, yeah, that'll probably add like $5,000 a week to store sales. I was like, I don't know. Let's order like $5,000 for the first Monday, and we'll see how it goes. Halfway through the day on Monday, they were like pretty much 3/4 of them had sold, and I wasn't getting the next delivery till the Wednesday. I'm like, yeah, we can sell a shitload of these.
Wet area, so it's easy to dig everywhere. Well, it rots the potatoes if it's wet, and you can't like.
Yeah, the problem is with potatoes is wet soil isn't necessarily easier to harvest from, because the water makes the soil way more. And the problem with anything like potatoes and too much moisture is they just start to rot away in the ground because they grow in the dirt. So. Alrighty, so we got everything assembled. It's time for our 3060 Ti. See, a normal size graphics card. Normal graphics card.
It looks so little.
It does. It looks ridiculously small. It looks ridiculously small, but it is actually just a normal. It's a normal graphics card. There's nothing wrong with the 3060 Ti. It's a great card. Holds up really well. If you've got between $1,800 and $2,200 to spend on a computer, the 3060 Ti is your best friend. Don't go 3060. It's not just a small difference. They might have a similar sounding name, but they're actually two different GPUs. So not two different graphics cards, but two different GPUs. Some people use the term GPU to describe a graphics card, but a GPU,
Kind of right, but kind of not.
it's
at the same time.
it's not really correct to say that. So a GPU is like the CPU that we plug into the motherboard, but on the graphics card. So the graphics card's like a motherboard, right? It's got memory, it's got a GPU, the equivalent of the CPU, and it's got a cooler. So a graphics card is the whole thing. The board, the GPU, the memory, and the cooler. Whereas the GPU is just the chip that's in the middle of it. So you've got the 3060 Ti, the 3070, and the 3070 Ti, they all have the same GPU. So if you buy the 3060 Ti, that's like the best price performance, essentially, unless you get a good deal on one of the other ones. And that is why you'd always go the 3060 Ti over the 3060, because the 3060 is the GPU below it. So there's a big performance loss there. Anyway.
A lot of learning about agriculture tonight.
Yeah, a lot of agricultural related questions. Tim knows a lot about a lot, so...
Fun fact, Tim.
Yes, that's what they call me. Quite literally, that's what they call me. That's what I used to get called. By someone who's not with us anymore.
Fun facts, Tim. Fun facts, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
I like to keep the jokes alive.
Yes.
Sugar-free, yum yum.
Yes. It should make me smile, but we're talking about one of our friends who's passed away here, who used to call me Fun Facts Tim. That just killed everything, didn't it? Excuse the pun. Alrighty. So we're ready to give this a go? I am. Look at that.
Sorry. James says potato mining is life. It is for some people. What's going on?
What'd
you do? Oh.
That should move it to motherboard. The RGB.
It's just changing the colour. Now it's off. Now it's on. Pretty.
Anyway, so I've already got a BIOS for this, so I don't require BIOS Babe services.
Oh, fine.
Well, if you want to look it up anyway and see if there's an updated one, you can. MSI.
Yeah, no, that's alright. The box is there.
Oh, I don't even think I've got. I got the same BIOS on here. Version 2CO.
No, it's different to this.
What's that one?
795V.
Open it up. That won't be right, I don't think. Sorry. What's the last 3 letters say?
On the bottom one?
Yeah.
2CO.
Yep, that's what I've got here. So we're already up to date. So that's always good. Okay, XMP profile on, and we can save and close. What's up?
I didn't have the page open and I opened it back up again as you get comments. Because his bias, but we still have to get that shirt made, Tim. I do have a shirt coming.
We've made one and it's on its way.
Mr. Teacher says, I see you finally went potato-sized gold.
Ha ha ha. Potato is gold, right?
Yes.
I know people who like potato more than like beef and stuff.
Ooh, right up there. Can't wait till my shirt comes. I'm actually pretty excited. Jesus. Oh!
What's up?
Max says I worked with a guy who ate potatoes raw.
Raw potatoes.
That's like biting
Yeah.
into an onion.
Yeah.
Nobody bites it.
Remember Tony Abbott biting into an onion? That's kind of like eating raw potato, right? Only, I think technically, no, he bit into it with the skin.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
skin on. That was the weird thing about that. Who bites into an onion with the skin on? But anyway, like,
To,
yeah. You don't eat raw potato. Yeah.
Because says, hello everyone, I'm BIOS Babe, Tim's PC.
BIOS Babe. Yep, that's her
Maybe
name.
that's what I should name my channel when I started.
But people will be like, why are you BIOS Babe if you're gaming?
I do both. I game and I update BIOS.
What's up?
Mr. Tina says, it seems this Max also wants to go dig in your basement.
Go digging in the basement.
Fucking hell.
Jesus.
This seems a lot harsh.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get this one all set up. I'll drop it off for Quentin tomorrow evening, and I'll just set it up quickly for him. It's got a monitor as well, so I'll make sure we're plugged into the right ports and stuff like that. People always make that mistake.
I really like this case.
It's a nice case. It's a nice case. It's got the RGB on the side there and stuff. It's cool.
I dig it. Cool.
Shit! I had a network cable plugged in.
Oh no. Oh, you fucked up, Tim.
No, I pulled it out, so it's gonna fuck up. You know when you pull out and you stop the process? It's a tried and true method.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah! In this case, it worked perfectly.
We'll see.
We'll see. No, it does. See now that we pulled out, we can go again. We can put it back in.
I'll be back in a sec. Fucking hell.
Everyone will agree with me. So, all we've got to do here is just install our regular stuff and we'll be good to go. Alrighty. So the pull-out was a success. The pull-out was a success.
Oh, sis, that's what she said.
Yep.
She said I had to reinstall Windows on 30 laptops this week for work.
Oh.
Leave the internet unplugged.
Yep.
To avoid the Windows nonsense.
Yep. Yeah, I do. I only do offline installs.
Especially because my workplace uses an internet proxy too.
Oh God. Yes. Definitely, but yeah, I mean, you shouldn't need to go in and sign in every time. I mean, I don't want to set any passwords or create any accounts for people. Alright. But in this case, I'm setting up someone else's computer, so we'll get everything else except for the Windows sign-in. You sign into Windows when you get your PC. You turn it on for the first time and then you sign in. Now once you sign in, then you'll be able to set a PIN and do all that. You create you can change all the personalization settings, etc. Okay. Yeah. Yep. I was going to say that's for a ship. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't really think about it, but ships are the backbone of the world economy. They still are. They have been for hundreds of years. And while we don't really have ocean liners these days, they've been replaced by airliners. Ocean freighters, oh, yes, we still have them. Okay, so we'll install things like CPU-Z, Google Chrome, our gaming apps, Crystal Disk Info, and Disk Mark. Firmark for our stress test. GeForce Experience for our NVIDIA card. Hardware monitor. No, we don't need any of that. MSI Afterburner. Okay, so MSI Center, this is like the software that would come with our motherboard if we still used CDs. Yeah, so we don't really use CD drives anymore, in case you haven't noticed. still get like random people sort of wanting them, and then I explain to them that it's just a USB device now that we plug in, and we just use it when we need to. The rest of the time we don't even have it plugged in because it doesn't really do anything. It's gone from an essential device to nothing that special. Okay. So that should be most of our software. I don't think there's anything else we need from in there. We don't need Corsair IQ. Sweet as. That's done. Reader tuner's done. Office is done. Open up Task Manager. Turn off this annoying stuff that starts up automatically that we don't want. Yeah.
Max says you can't stick in a floppy either. God.
Okay. And finally, let's not make a mess of the place. So obviously you can make your own custom desktop icons, very easy. Don't have to do what I'm doing. You can delete these, they're full of shortcuts, you won't actually delete the apps. Okay. So Microsoft Store will update our Windows apps there. Everything else in here should be all up to date and ready for a restart. We're nearly done. Okay. Force a restart on me, it's alright. Jesus. They're looking older.
Cantankerous old man. They supposedly they all called him predominantly. No one liked them.
Sorry?
None of the other people liked Shatner during filming, like the other actors.
Oh, really?
Joyce calls him prima donna.
This.
Cantankerous old man.
Oh, well. Tell us what you really think. Alrighty. Okay. So we'll be all ready to run Windows 11. Very good. A couple of others there. Alright. So hardware monitor. Now let's go ahead. We'll run Heaven, High, no anti-aliasing. Oh. Let me do something about that. That looked a bit small, didn't it? Alrighty, so that number there below RAM is how many frames per second it's currently running at.
my money. So cool.
Oh. What's up?
Oh, that this thing I just watched. Somebody's like super smarter solutions from the cinemas making a comeback. I was like, huh? Like, yeah, a better version of these.
Yeah.
It's like, it kind of looks like this, but.
Oh. Very nice.
My arteries.
Fucking hell. Alrighty, so that was Heaven there, just on the out of the box settings, high with no anti-aliasing. And next we've got Valley on Ultra with max anti-aliasing. puppy dogs and fluffy cats. Alrighty, so that was Valley there on Ultra with max anti-aliasing. And finally we'll run our 4K benchmark. This isn't really a 4K gaming card, but just for consistency's sake. Alrighty, and that was superposition there at 4K. It nearly said Valley then. Yep, I'm definitely tired. And so how's everything held up running those benchmarks? CPU only got up to 63 degrees, and our graphics card only up to 63 degrees as well. Hotspot up to 77, but that can get up over 100 degrees, so that's alright. Sweet as. Well, it's now time for the end of our night, where we set this up for a stress test. It's a 90-minute run. Alrighty. And while that's going on, let's stress out our graphics card as well. Okay. There we go, that's getting the CPU a bit warmer, up into the high 70s, and our graphics card, yeah, our graphics card's going to behave itself, I think. Alrighty. Well, this is where we finish up for the night. If there's any other final questions or comments, I'll answer them now. But yes, this looks pretty sick. Pretty. So nice and tidy in there. And yes, definitely looks the part, in my opinion. Sweet as. Just hang on a few seconds, just make sure no one's got any other final comments.
Quentin says I'll flick you a text tomorrow with his address.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Too easy.
Max says Purdy. Night all.
Alright everyone, thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video.